The test showed a malignancy on your left lung. It's called pleural mesothelioma, and it's a cancer that surrounds the lining of your lung.
So what, you cut out his lung?
Well, best case scenario, we won't have to remove any lung tissue except for the tumor.
Man, you hear that? That's good.
Jeffrey, I'm not deaf. What's the worst case scenario?
We get in there and the damage is too extensive and we have to remove more.
My whole lung.
That's the worst case scenario. But yes, it is a possibility.
But it's also possible they won't have to remove any, okay? So let's stay positive.
Will you please shut up? I can't take your cheerful little voice shoving positive thinking down my throat when my life is basically over.
People do recover from things like this, and then they go on to...
What? Go on to what?
Live.
I won't have a lung. I'm a singer. So, you see my problem?
You can direct, you can teach.
Like you? I'd rather die than spend 2 hours every day listening to mediocre music majors doing their scales.
I know that this is a lot to take in, and if you need time to talk or get a second opinion...
I want my lung. Dr. Altman, I'm big. Too big. I don't fit in airplane seats, and as Jeff is always telling me, my feelings don't always fit the situation. If my food is overcooked in a restaurant, I get enraged. I want to kill the waiter. But I don't. I politely ask him to take my meal back and bring it to me the way I asked for it. I spend my days making myself smaller, more acceptable. And that's okay, because at night, when I go on stage, I get to experience the world the way I feel it, with indescribable rage and unbearable sadness and huge passion. At night, on stage, I get to kill the waiter and dance on his grave. And if I can't do that, if all I have left is a life of making myself smaller, then I don't want to live. I don't. And believe me, honey, you don't want me to live.
You saved the lung? The whole lung?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, now what?
Well, now the work really begins. This is going to be a long recovery, but he should be fine.
Does it make me awful to say that I'm just slightly disappointed? I guess I was sitting out here thinking, now he's going to be like the rest of us, who teach and direct and do all the things he finds so demeaning. You know what's demeaning? Loving a man, taking care of him, doing his shopping, making his meals, making sure his humidifiers are clean, because God forbid his humidifiers aren't clean. What's demeaning is loving a man who thinks so little of you.
He's got an army of nurses, so if you want to walk out of here, you can. We'll take care of him. You can go.
I love him. You should hear him sing.
Nobody sings that well.
He does.